Hey out, your boy Mr. XP here, back with another gameplay walkthrough on the channel, and we're doing FM8. This is the first time I'm ever doing a racing game on the channel a certain way, because my gaming channel is known mostly when I had first envisioned doing the gaming channel. I wanted to do it with cars, with racing games, and I wanted to do it with certain games like Dead Space and like Apex and stuff like that, or Cyberpunk and everything. So it's kind of funny now that I'm in a new position with a new big change in my life, and I'm able to now showcase something that always meant a lot to me. That's with racing, and Forza came into my life a certain way at a certain point back in 2000 and I think 2014 with FH. FH2 was the first game I ever played in the Forza series, or in Forza in general. Recording or playing that back then was something completely different to me, and playing Forza or racing games or NFS, Need for Speed, it's basically something that meant a lot to me growing up, and I always wanted to see where things would always take me with racing games. And now I'm here, and I'm recording my first gameplay walkthrough of Forza Motorsport, and it's the 8th one in the series. My first Forza Motorsport game I played was actually Forza Motorsport 6, FM6. That was back in 2017. I actually was going to play FM5 with the P1, but I didn't really play it, so I had just skipped it. So I went to FM6 instead, and I was having a lot of fun with that in the beginning. So to now see me not actually play FM8 years later on next gen, it's really fun. So let's go ahead. I kind of went ahead and passed the intro of the game, and that's basically me doing the tests, the understanding the intro test races that get you into like the flow of the game and understand the new game mechanics for Forza. Oh wow, got this for free. Yeah, so like I was saying, they gave you the intro races were basically just to get you know in tune with everything and the new game mechanics. With FM8 here, this one's different. There's a few things I'm going to point out, but I don't know how or when I'm going to actually point them out through the gameplay walkthrough. But every chance I get, I might just point out 1 or 2 key things. That's my goal, is to always like explain about 1 to 2 new things that they changed. The first thing I would say that with FM8 here, I pre-ordered the complete collector edition, so that's why you see I have almost 1 mil at the top right. I pre-ordered the complete collector edition, and they gave me $500,000 for free because I have the collector edition, and I got 5-day early access, so that's why I have a bit much more, because I did at least 1 race or 2, but that's about it. So I can show you my cars that they gave me.
Here's where you keep the cars you own.
They gave me these so far. I have yet to buy any car in the game. This is the first car I used in the beginning of the game, the Cobra Mustang. This is a 2018 one, but in real life it's probably the 2019, really. Yeah, also if you pay attention to some of the years or some of the names of the cars, they kind of basically messed up some of the years. The names of the cars are fine, that's how they're supposed to be named, but the year they kind of released them a bit. They basically, what I'm trying to say is that they messed up the years of 2022 Toyota Supra, the GR or the GSR Toyota Supra. They kind of like messed up some of the naming or yearing of when the cars came out, so that's kind of something different. When did I get that 911 GT2 RS? That's the old Porsche, by the way. One of the, well, not old, but like 3-year-old Porsches. So yeah. So let's go ahead. One thing that's different also in FM8 here is they introduced the driver cups differently in FM8. Oh no, I didn't want to go to rivals to go online. One thing that they did introduce that's different is when you do the races, you have to do a practice run before the race itself. So let's do the first race so far. That's one of the sets that they did featured. This is the intro race that I did already, because like I said, I got Friday's early access. I didn't record that because I was just getting my bearings and trying to get my audio and studio set up, so I didn't want to record anything with FM8 until I was for sure and for ready to record anything. But yeah, one thing I will say with this with FM8, the Drivers Cup series for each of the categories, they changed. If you notice on the top right of each category here, in the modern category, they actually lock it. They want you to actually do each set within the category to unlock the next set. So in order for me to unlock the sport category, I have to actually finish the first one. So that's new. So in FM7, FM6, you were able to just pick anyone you wanted and race the category. So with FM8, they completely changed that. So you cannot actually beat the game that way that you thought you could beat it in any way or any category that you want. You have to actually follow it by the rule of each category, one by one. Also with this, Microsoft said in an interview or the Turn 10 studio thing for Microsoft when the game came out, but they said in the preview that they're planning to add future update categories to not categories, series in each of the categories. So for example, if I finish out the modern one, at the end of this one they will add another one. They're gonna add a few new categories to each series. They're gonna add a new series to each category. So if I finish out this one for the enthusiast category, if I finish this one, they're gonna add another one. So they plan on doing that in future updates. So they're planning on adding new series to each category in the future as future updates, because they never really did much updates for FM7 and FM6. So to add future updates to the main game, that's a big step with Microsoft. That's why they didn't add a number to this one, and that's why I called it FM8, Forza Motorsport 8. It's the 8th one in the series, but they restarted the series from the ground up with this one. So you don't really call it a remastered game in the series in Forza for Microsoft, but you basically would say it's the 8th one in the next generation for new people to get introduced to Forza. But yeah, like I said, in future updates in each of the categories, they're gonna add a new series of races. So not, instead of them just releasing a new car every update, they plan on adding complete new races for you to do. So we can go ahead and start the first series that I already didn't start as the first part for this vid. I got this Volkswagen that was part of the collector edition, I think. Oh no, the Hyundai was the car I got. It gives me 5% all Hyundai. Oh, it didn't show me. I'm looking at the discount or what it does for me. Let me see the Volkswagen. I was looking at the bottom left of the screen. Yeah, no, let's just use the Volkswagen down here instead of the Hyundai, because it shows that I own these cars. So yeah, we're gonna use the Volkswagen. The Laguna Seca racetrack. Let's see. Oh, and also if you look on the top right, there's two different kinds of Uncle Sam XP or coin for you to use in game. They added now a set. I can't talk straight. They added two new ones that are basically you have driver XP, that's the car level. I'm at the driver level, and it says CP, that's car XP. So you use the XP for the cars to level up, but you have to do that for, if I go back and I show you, let me show you. For each of the cars, for example, in the garage, oh, it won't let me pick a car again. But basically what I'm saying is that each car has their own category for leveling up. So for the level up system, to level up and unlock the car parts, you have to have XP for the car. So there's car XP and driver XP. So there's two different kind of XP in the game. And I'm like, that's completely different, and that's even harder. So they basically making people pick a car that they like and max up the car the way they want to, and that's ending up for the person to basically farm the game. But in a way, that's just a whole annoying new issue. So let's see. Oh, I have enough of that. I guess I'd get a new muffler. Then I probably get that. Oh, wait, no, let me do a quick upgrade. Yeah. I don't really use the quick upgrade myself, and I got an achievement for that. I don't normally do that. I normally do it by hand, the tuning and the setup. I wouldn't really worry about that too much. So I don't really do the tuning, but I've been getting into it lately, like in FH5, Forza Horizon 5, and Forza Horizon 4 and 3. I'll kind of get into like tuning a bit because the cars are really light in Forza Horizon. So in Forza Motorsport, the cars feel a bit more heavy.
Most days here, there's a sound limit of 92 decibels. So take advantage of your freedom today to go as loud and fast as you want.
The other thing also, like I said, I would point out is that you can't start the race. So you see how I'm looking here at the series and the driver list of all the other racers. You can't start the race unless you do the practice run. So that's gonna hurt the game a lot. So a lot of people that play Forza don't like that feature, and I'm not a big fan of it either because nobody does the practice runs. But the big problem is, like I said, is that the practice run, it was always a side thing in Forza Motorsport 7 and 6. So here in FM8, they basically scrap that section and put it in the main game as part of the carrier mode, but you have to do the practice run before you do the main race. So it's like they basically locking people in one category to do the race. If they're gonna do the races in the game, they have to do the practice run before the race itself. So it's like extra waste of time. And also you lose XP as another thing too. And to go back to what I was saying about the driver and the car XP. The car XP. Oh wow. I can get back. Okay, good. If you notice at the top of the screen, it shows penalty. Now what they're doing is that they're doing. Oh wow. Let me turn down the car audio. This is a bit too loud. Let's see. I don't know if it's too loud when I play the vid back, but the engine. Lower this down to 58. The tires could go to 70. The cars next to me could go at 58. Me getting to an accident I'd probably mess with that audio too. Put it down to 80, 81, or 80. Um, I'm low down the main volume to like, because it's a bit loud in my headphones, to like 70. All right. So yeah, but like I was saying, if you, excuse me, if you notice in the top middle of the screen that you have penalty, the factor is you lose XP if you don't do the apex right or you don't stay on the track. You're gonna get penalized for it. And another thing also whether they did is that if you look on the bottom right by the car, not the, I forgot what it's called. It's in the telemetry section. They added a gas bar now. So if you're doing races, regardless if you're doing it for free or you're doing it with if you're doing a race for yourself or you're doing an endurance race, like actually the car you have to pit to get gas because the car might run out of gas, and that little bar that's in the gas bar, if that goes down past the line, I don't know what's gonna happen because I never got it down past that line before. So you get XP if you look at the top right. I'm getting XP for certain apex corners that I take if I take it perfectly or if I clear it the right way. And that's what's gonna give me the XP to level up my driver XP. And the time now for each of the sections of the apex, I'm able now, collision, you're gonna see it's not gonna give me any penalty. But if I keep hitting other cars, I'm gonna lose XP. It's gonna say negative like 100 something, negative 50, negative 25 XP, like that. That's just one of the things. But the bar that's there for the car XP, that's for this Volkswagen only. I'm able to go ahead and get that much XP. So now this is the time for each section of the apex on the track. The time went down because I'm taking this corner too slow. So let's see if I can go ahead and beat my own time for this apex. I'm trying to follow it best as I can. Alright. I leveled up the Volkswagen now to level 2. But my Cobra Mustang, as you saw earlier, I don't know if it shows it in the garage, but my Cobra Mustang is at level 10 XP or level 10. So that's another thing too. So like I said before, each car that you have in your garage will have its own XP level. So you won't be able to go ahead and just like play with any car that you want because you need to unlock the parts for it by leveling up the car like this. 4.5 for that segment. Now this sector is going to be the next one. I'm coming in too fast. Got 17 seconds to clear the sector. No. I'm trying to brake on this apex. I'm not going to get XP for that turn because I rewinded it. Passive forward focus. No, don't hit me. Alright. I'm gonna try to finish this first race best as I can. What is going on here? Wait, what? How? Oh, because I braked on the other turn. That's why I didn't pass the apex perfect. Someone recreated Paul's design for the Subaru from Fast 4 in the movie. That's another thing too I miss also doing. I explained that later after this race. I used to do a lot of designs for the cars in FM8. I mean, in FH3. Those are Horizon 3, and I never got to showcase much of them or none of them online on the channel. So hopefully I can probably design some here in FM8 and show you, or we can go ahead and do a small live stream on the channel and showcase the old designs I did or I never got to go back and finish in FH3. Let's see if I can get the Apex now. Oh, I was right there. I messed up on that braking. Alright, so this is the last part of the Apex. The last Apex of the finish line right there. So now I can go ahead now and finally start the race. So yeah, like I was saying, you have to do these practice runs before you start the real race itself. So feels like it's a waste of time. But if you already know the track by heart, why would you do the practice run? That's the thing. Alright, now we can do the race itself.
As you get more comfortable racing in Builder's Cup, you may want to experiment with your difficulty and assists to help you hone your racecraft.
Not really. And there's also another feature that they introduced, the placement. So you can pick any spot where you want to start in the race except for first and second place. So you could still win the race if you come third place on the podium. So third place, second place, and first place. On the podium, you can still get enough coin and XP if you come on the podium in first or third or second place. Normally I pick between, what do you call it? It will also show you a blue highlighted section. It's not showing it here for me. It will show you a blue highlighted car where it will predict where you will come in the next race. So that's a new feature I like in FM8, that they introduced a prediction feature that could predict what spot you could go. So say for instance I want to pick the 15th place spot. It will predict that I will come in 8th place in a way. So the race will basically be based off of my experience of each other race I did before that. I'm gonna pick, let's see, I take 13th place. It didn't show me where it could predict where spot I would finish in, so I picked the 15th spot. And you can also check out the other racers too in the race. Everybody using the Hyundai. Just gonna see who's in first and second place and third place. The people's names above their car or the player, those are other people that are not online. They're just AI characters of real people that I guess I have on my friends list or not, or who play the game. So yeah. So let's see what spot I will come in. I know I won't do good in my first race, but I know I'll try my best. I'm just racing against the AI, not racing against real people, so nobody's being disrespectful or nasty and messing me up. I don't want to crash at anybody, so I lose XP. I could switch to the cockpit view, but I'm gonna use this. Oh crap. I can use this when I get the controller. I'm gonna get a special steering wheel controller, I got a warning. I gotta stop crashing into this Vauxhall in front of me. But I need to pass him first so I can stop crashing into him. Alright, just coming back to outside. So let's see. Ooh. I'm trying to tap the brake and I'm swerving. Good inside pass. No. Okay, good, no penalty. Oh, I'm trying to... Okay, I didn't lose any XP from that. I'm trying to get my balance and he was on my right side for too much. I'm in 5th place. I went from 15th place to 5th place. I passed this Hyundai. I lost.
Total time penalty is about a second.
Okay. But no, I did lose XP before though. That's something different. So I think that's just for the time. So let's see. Because I actually want to get better at racing in FM, and it's not easy. So I'm trying very hard to actually practice and get better. If I get quiet, it's because I'm trying to focus. I gotta pass the Subaru. Oh, I messed up the apex. I was right in the line there. I'm in 2nd place. I went from being in 15th place to 2nd place. How you won't predict that, I have no idea. I'm talking about the game, like it didn't predict that I would come in 2nd place. Oh, there's 4 laps. We're on the 3rd lap now. We're about to be on the 3rd lap. Now we're on the 3rd lap. One more. I'm already on the podium. I'm 2nd place right now. If this Honda don't mess up my apex. Gotta pass him on the outside. Oh. Now 1st place on the podium. Now I leveled up the Volkswagen to level 4. There's gonna be a handful of cars that I'm not gonna use, and yet though they're gonna be leveled up higher than any other cars in my garage. I can feel like it. I feel like that's gonna be a thing. Like there's cars that you don't want to use in your garage to end up having having those cars not be the ones you use the most because you want to get a car that you like in game. I wonder how the farming is gonna be. How to farm enough coin and XP. Ooh, coming in too fast on this apex. And I think this track is somewhere in Dallas, in Texas, in real life. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Monster Speedway track in Dallas. Somewhere in Texas. At least I did that apex, right? Because I got XP for it. Because I know where most of these tracks are in real life. So I know I want to go overseas to Germany, to Belgium, to go to the Nürburgring track. That's always been my dream.
Last lap.
Is to go see the Nürburgring track or the Suzuka track in Tokyo, in Japan. I can never get this apex. Keep going right out. I'm not paying attention to the gas on the bottom right. I have to go to the pits soon. Because when I probably do the endurance races, I'm gonna have to go to the pit. Because I have to refill the gas tank. And it shows how much laps you could afford to do. You could only do 9 laps with this Volkswagen. Because I have enough gas that can hold me for 9 laps before I have to go to the pit. That was never, like I said, was never a feature in FM7 or FM6. Get off the dirt. That you can never do in a way. So now it's funny that you have to keep an eye on your gas in the car. And also you have to pay attention to your XP and your time on each of the races. And also back to what I was saying about the controllers, I'm getting a special, I might get a special steering wheel controller for Forza only. Besides that, I'm also gonna get a Pro Elite Xbox Series X Pro controller with the paddles in the back, because I'm using the Ghost Phantom white controller. It's a collector edition controller from Microsoft. I'm gonna get a Pro Elite controller for the Xbox Series X, so I could use the paddles and map the controls for the gas and the brake on the back of the paddles. And the last lap, I tried to do something fun or cool. Yep.
Well done. We finished P1.
And it shows the track temperature during the daytime. That's one thing that they also introduced. They introduced the weather dynamic feature to the game. So the weather actually changes during each race. And I'm playing with the performance mode on, I think. Of course, I came first place. Second place, third place, first place. That's how much XP I got for my driver. So wait, where's the car XP? Okay. Unlock tires, sway bars for the Volkswagen only. Go to the next race. We're only going to do 2 races here. Oh, Lime Rock track. This track I think is somewhere up north. This track is really small, but it's fun. Lime Rock Park. Alright, now we gotta do the practice one, of course. No need to do a practice one when I already know this track and I played in an FM7 and FM6. Why am I coming in so fast on the apex here? Makes no sense. Volkswagen is going to be level 5 soon, in a few minutes. I have enough gas in the Volkswagen for 18 laps. Alright, let me try to get these sectors of each of the apexes. How am I gonna beat 11 seconds now? Beat my own time in this sector. Seven seconds, not a problem. also when you do the practice runs, you get a bit extra XP for doing the race. So I kind of see where they want you to actually get more XP from doing each sector for the apex of each track. Beat the lap time already on the first lap. I'm holding the line. This forward focus is gonna mess me up so bad. He messed me up. So I didn't mean to tap him. I shouldn't lose no XP from that. Beat my own lap time for that. It's apex. I think it's because I brake coming down the hill on that apex passing Subaru. Ow! Just because my back left tire tapped him. No, get back on the track. That's 2 times. I'm gonna lose XP now. Oh wow. I didn't lose XP. Because he was in my way. But I was trying to get back on the track, trying to get the apex corner right. Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh, good lord. That was a complete accident. I'm leaving that in the vid. Oh, good lord. Well, did not mean to do that. That was a funny moment. Did not mean to. Dude, I looked up at the screen because I looked down at the recorder. And I looked back up, and I did realize I was so close to the edge of the grass. I'm leaving that in the vid. I'm not gonna rewind that. And you know what? I'm just for that, we're gonna do 7th place. Because it's such a small track, and I know that I'm gonna probably catch up quick. Going too far back would be a challenge. I could probably do that like on my own time. That Mini and the other Hyundai, I could probably get into 4th place quick. He hit me. Why? You see him turning. I shouldn't lose XP right there. Get back on the track. Oh, those are Audis. Never mind. He's pushing him. That's funny. It's 6 laps. Oh, good lord. We're gonna be here for a minute. 6 laps on Live Rock Park track. Because this track is so small, you could literally beat the race within like 3 laps. So, of course, they would add 3 more laps. And have enough gas to last me 16 laps. Why? I rewind that perfect. As soon as I tap the the rubber tires. Three, two. 3, 2. Dip in and out. You can turn off the track line too if you know the apex by heart, where to find the best angle of each apex. You can turn that off. I know them. It's just that when I race with the line, it helps me a different way to stay on the track. So I can basically follow the track regardless because I know the apex too on where to turn. Do I turn too early? Do I turn too late? Do I stay out of the apex, or do I stay in on the apex like this? Do I go wide out and make the turn, or do I go into the apex and then turn out like this? Turn deep inside the apex. That was a bad example. I was coming down too fast. Like this turn that's gonna come up now for the apex on this part of the track. Like if I brake here, but the line's telling me to go all the way out, ignore the line and go into the apex. I could do that because I learned the track basically. So that's what I'm saying. I could turn the line off, but I use the line to help me out on certain points, especially when it gets dark. Because one thing I noticed, I haven't raced so far yet at night on any of the new tracks or on the tracks here in FM8. The tracks are basically darker than FM7. FM7 was better than FM6 racing at night, but now racing on the tracks at night in FM8, I bet they actually are 10 times darker and harder to race at night. And with the new dynamic weather change, with like the sunlight of each track and the time of day that they introduced, because they introduced a new feature for the weather. I bet you that the tracks are going to be harder to maneuver, or the visual contact for each of the tracks will be different. And that's what I was excited for. I was excited for the new weather changes because that was a big part of FM, because the environment is alright, but it's also has to be reflected on the weather. Like some races are good in the rain, some races are good during the morning or the afternoon, some races are good at midnight, at 12 o'clock at midnight, racing at pitch black darkness. Some races are good at racing at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning kind of races. So the track is perfect for the lighting at certain times. So trust me, when I do the gameplay walkthrough here on the channel for FM8 and I was thinking for a second, what other game besides FM8? But when I do FM8 gameplay walkthrough, I just got done recording part 1 of a Dead Space 1 gameplay walkthrough. It's up on the channel now, by now, or it's probably still set private. I haven't changed it to public yet. That the gameplay walkthroughs for certain games, like especially the racing ones, they're gonna be kind of stretched out a bit longer across the channel over time. So don't expect me to upload a lot of them, because even though it's easier to do the race ones, it's much harder because there's a lot that goes into the racing games, different than a game like Dead Space or Cyberpunk that I'm doing on the channel, or Wanted Dead or The Medium. So because it's a game I care about the most, and I put a lot of time and effort into making it perfect. Now we have enough gas for 13 laps. I went from 18 to 13, I think.
Last lap, let's go.
Ooh, coming in too hot. Oh, and the tire pressure. Yeah, with the telemetry, they introduced that now. I think I put too much power or pressure on my brakes. That's why my brakes started highlighting yellow. I think I pressed the brakes too hard. So I have enough gas now to last me for 12 laps. I think I can still turn on the telemetry. Yeah. I can still turn it on pressing down on the D-pad. That's just a smaller map indicator of the car with the gas and the tire pressure and the damage factor, I think, for the car. But it doesn't show any damage. When I got to that little accident right here on the hill coming down in the practice run, it didn't show that. I'm pretty good, so. I just wanted to do that for fun.
Good run out there. P1.
All right. And some people, I don't know how they do some of the designs on their cars. They probably upload them. I still haven't figured that out because I have a lot of dope concept idea designs to do in FM or in FH, but I never figured out how to upload my own designs to design the cars because I have a lot of concept designs that I haven't even worked on that is still in the works. How much point? Got new spark plugs, new air shock pumps for the suspension, and a new diff. Flywheel. Unlock the new transmission. Spark plugs, there they are. Clutch, and that much coin I got. Alright. But that's that. So in the next part I continue the races in a way, but like I said, the gameplay walkthrough parts for FM will probably be broken down differently because there's so many races in each category. So for me to actually record each gameplay walkthrough part, that's going to be a bit hard. But like I said, I'm really excited to showcase more of the other cars that I always wanted to do. So I also can't wait for the updates for the future categories that they plan on adding to the game. So, but yeah, this is your boy Mr. XP here on the gaming channel, and I go ahead and see you in the next part.